Okay, I think ancient is maybe a little dramatic, but I do have to say it's pretty amazing how many people I come across these days that have zero idea how to make a fire. I don't want you to be one of those people, so let's do it. I'm going to be using this fiber light by Outdoor Element because it's super great. I love it. I just use like a tiny itty bitty little pinch, and it's like good for me to go. Like this whole thing is going to last me like 10 years. Okay, maybe not that long, but it'll last me a while. But you know, you can go and survey your area to find natural tinder. There's Texas moss. Let me show you. All up in those trees. See those little balls? Let me see if I can get my finger there. All right. See all those little balls? See that? Those little balls right there. All those little balls can be perfect fire starters when it's dry. We've just been having a ton, I mean, just a ton of rain lately. So, you know, a lot of things are really wet. It's a really good idea to have wood on hand. Like wood technically is not going to go bad unless it gets super moisture, right? So you can keep it in a spot in which it's not going to get wet or it's not going to get like a lot of moisture. But yeah, if you keep it dry, wood should be good for a really long time. Cut it up into little tiny pieces for tinder, stuff like that. So I'm going to show you. Oh wait, psych. To talk about the actual methods first. So we have our fire starter, and whatever fire starter you choose. I like a fiber light. I also like Blackbeard fire starters. They're amazing. I love those as well. Lighters, they're okay. They don't do very good in very cold conditions. And also, unless you get like a Zippo or something, the Bics have a really hard time in wind. Oh, there we go. Also, you know, of course, the fuel is finite. It will go out eventually, but it does last quite a while, especially if you're just, you know, doing it really quick. Bics do last a long time. It's nice to have some Bics on hand, but you do have to make sure that they stay warm. So if you are in a super cold area, keep them like close to your body. You know, like if there's an inside jacket pocket, keep it there so that it stays warm. When you take it out, you can use it real quick and put it back. So that's the trick with that. Matches, I just don't like matches. Like I have matches just so I have it. And it's not like there's anything wrong with matches necessarily. It's just like, I don't know. I think it's the one and done aspect for me that's so annoying. And they just don't do good in windy conditions. Now there are like wind resistant matches or whatever by UCO. And again, they're okay. But it's again, that like one time use sort of thing. So matches are super easy and they're super great. Look. Oh God. Anyway, the storm-proof matches by UCO are good. I have used them, so they're good. If you do want just some matches on hand for whatever purposes, I will always reach for like a Bic, some sort of lighter. Or what I really prefer to do is to reach for a ferro rod and steel. This is my preferred way. This is the ferro rod, and it comes in all shapes and sizes and all kinds of things, but this one happens to be attached to this. This is also by Outdoor Element. This is called the Feather Light, I believe. But I love this. My husband has another knife by them. But yeah, this is a great knife in general. Anyway, my point is you can strike this. It's very, very easy. You can get nice sparks. Yes, I love a ferro rod. And once you get the hang of it and know how to use it, a lot of people like to strike the ferro rod on the knife. You could do that too. Both methods work great, whatever is going to be good for you. All right, let's get a nice shot of this. There we go. Okay, so the fire starter is the fire starter, but now you need some tinder, as you can see here, to actually make sure that the fire keeps and stays going. Okay. There we go. Got it going. And then you can use something to get the tinder over the flames there so that the tinder catches. Really windy today, so I'm not going to make like a super big fire, but I'm going to make sure that it catches. See? And then it is catching. If I were to build this fire, I would continue to put bigger chunks on there. Can you see it? No, you can't. There we go. From here, I would continue to put bigger chunks of wood on to keep the fire going strong. But man, look at it go. It's going great. This is just a little container that I got from Daiso. You can also get this little thing from, like, I think Coleman sells one at Walmart, and you can get them all kinds of places. But yeah, I'm going to put a link to where you can get one yourself. But I'm also going to put a link to where you can get the Fiber Light and the Blackbeard fire starters and some other things that I recommend for learning fire starting. So the matches and the lighters and the strikers are things that I recommend. And then having like a really good stove like this Ganesha, or, you know, this little stove over here. These are all going to be really handy for your fire making. Knowing how to start a fire, you can have warmth, even if it's outdoors, like camping, or if you need some emergency warmth and you don't have like a wood stove in your house or something. Of course, if you have a wood stove, you probably know how to start fires in the wood stove. It's also imperative for cooking. You know, if you need to boil water and you don't have propane or butane or any other source, wood and fire, this is something that is going to last, something that is renewable, something that you can find in almost everywhere, even the desert. Oh yeah, of course, you could always make like a little hobo stove like I showed you guys. It just hangs out outside. It'll never go bad. I could just cook whatever. Options. Practice these skills. If you don't have a way to practice this at your house, go to your local park and go to those little barbecue pits and just try practicing various different ways to start a fire for boiling water, cooking, heat, or whatever else you might need fire for. Since I mentioned cooking, next video is going to be talking about building a pantry and what foods you may want to stockpile for emergencies, disasters, and everyday uses, and how to do it. So that's the next video. See you there. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. I'll talk to you later. Bye. And of course, please be responsible by making sure the fire is out before walking away from it or going to sleep or whatever. There you go.